Hey, what's up YouTube? Daxy Dasher. It is 1:16 a.m. on this Thursday morning. That's right. Tomorrow's Friday the 24th. I will be 42 years old. I am retired, living in Central Florida, currently just east of downtown Orlando, Orange County area. Building a house just south of Disney, but that won't be done till March, so I am DoorDashing and Uber Eats just until we get to that side. But anyways, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification if you're into DoorDashing, Uber Eats, gig economy, and if you want some tips and tricks on how to save that money, get that money to work for you by putting it in the right place, knowing what it actually costs to run a small business, all those kind of things. So take it from somebody that knows how to manage money, due to the fact that I'm quite a bit younger than most people that retire. But I have to be honest with you, it's kind of boring being retired. It's not all it's cracked up to be, but you know, at least I'm being bored where it's 81 degrees at 1 o'clock in the morning, and we're in the first day of fall. So that's all right. We will see what's going on. Kind of wanted to push it back a little bit tonight, just because I was doing like 11 to 3, 11 to 4 or whatever, trying to hit my target. Somewhere I usually average somewhere between 300 and 500 a week. I'm only working 15 to 20 hours, kind of scaling back on it. I like doing it. It's just at the same time I'm only using it for a certain thing, so it's not really beneficial for me to, you know, get out here and grind. So let's we got an Uber Eats order. Let's take a look at it. As you can see, it's junk. It is Hungry Howie's, 21 minutes for $3. That's a big negative. DoorDash doesn't look like it's really doing a whole hell of a lot. I haven't really been DoorDashing much. Just really haven't been using that app. I usually just stick to Uber Eats unless it gets slow, and then I'll turn on DoorDash multi-app a little bit until it picks back up. A lot of times what I end up doing is running out of my timer, forget to, you know, reset it. But that's, you know, kind of what I've been doing lately. Not really on a grind, just more or less doing it for something to do in the middle of the night. I have tried all the breakfast, lunch, dinner, early breakfast, lunch, dinner. I tried all the different times, collected all the data on all of them. I've even collected data on when I had almost top perfect ratings for DoorDash. I was getting absolutely shit orders, and I was forced to take them when I first started because I was trying to maintain that. And I noticed as my ratings came down, you know, I could decline some of the shittier orders and was able to pick up a lot more of the higher paying. I was only taking random orders that worked best for me, because, you know, if you own a small business, just like any other business, you're only going to take what works for you. So lean in and hear me if you care about, if you're running this as a business. No corporation, and believe me, I worked for a really big corporation, Fortune 500 company out of Virginia. Believe me, they turned down $1 million deals if it did not work for them. We would not run product, ship containers. We would literally cut whole companies out if it did not fit with our business plan as a general plan. Of course, there's, you know, smaller things that come along with it. You know what I mean? There's employees and a lot of other things. But running a small business, and that's why I'm completely against, you know, taking shit orders. No business, nobody with good business sense will tell you to not do something unless it's beneficial to your company and the pay model or the pay model, or how you want to run your company. This is my company. I am subcontracting or agreeing with DoorDash and Uber Eats to provide a service, right? This is a service industry. I am not going to take a shit ass like that 21 minutes. It's going to take me 21 minutes for $3. So for $9 an hour, if I had those 3 consecutively, that doesn't work with my goals. So, like I said, take it for what it's worth. But I'm doing this as basically a building block to for my bigger plan. And then that bigger plan is not even going to reveal itself until I get to the other house. Just because I'm just transitioning here. We're right here staying at a house, a family member, while our house is being built. It's kind of pointless for me to grow something or advance what it is that I'm planning on doing for the second part of my working career. Which, even though I'll probably only do that extremely part-time, and that's what I'm going to have her do too, because I set myself up. I'll have brand new cars, not pay, no payments. House brand new, pool brand new, everything brand new, no payments. That's called financial freedom, folks. If you want to win at this game called life, one of the key factors is financial freedom. You do not want to be slave to any payment, any job. You want to have financial freedom, financial focus, and a sound mind to make intelligent decisions. And it starts with what you're doing. If you're taking shit orders to get some kind of rating that they're judging you on, it's not for you. Yeah, I'd rather take one $8 order than 3 ones that's going to take me an hour. I'd rather sit somewhere and take one order. If I'm going to get $9 an hour, I'm going to take one order. It's going to pay me $9 and it's going to take me 20 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't know. Just let me know what you guys think in the comments. But I brought a lot of people over the years out of debt, got them refocused, and it's not the shit that you see that people are trying to sell you. We're not eating rice and beans and rice. I've heard that story. I don't even remember who the hell that guy was. I'm sure he's making millions off all these poor people. Okay, that's great. You can still live a good life, function as a normal part of society, have the things that everybody else has. There's just a smarter way of doing it. And it all starts by writing this shit down, understanding where your money is going, and then curtailing it to where you want to go. So I'm pretty much in position to exactly where I want to be at right over here. Back to what I'm doing instead of just ranting and raving. But I'm pretty much right where I want to be at. And the reason why is it's about 1:30 in the morning. A lot of the night shift nurses like Marlo, they all start taking their lunch now. So I'm just going to kind of hang out over here and maybe take a couple orders, call it a night. Make $30-$40 and wrap it up. Probably finish up right by early breakfast time. So that's all I got for this little interjection into business and what we're doing here, DoorDash, Uber Eats, pay models, and that kind of bullshit. So, like I said, if you're still here, you're still listening to me talk, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I am going to grow this channel one way or another. I got my other channel off the ground to almost 2,500 subscribers and a huge following base that I interact with still to this day, even though I don't really post very many videos to that channel anymore. All right, that's Checkers. It's right here too, and there's I don't think there's really anybody there. I'm gonna go hit this Checkers real quick. That's not a huge order.
Head to your pickup at Checkers, 7604 Colonial Drive. Using the left lane, make a U-turn to stay on East Colonial Drive. Using the left lane, make a U-turn to stay on East Colonial Drive.
Alright guys, like I said, if you're still here, I will grow this channel one way or another, and I will get out the appropriate information that I feel like I can help anybody that's willing to learn, anybody that's willing to listen. And I mean, if you're doing the same shit over and over again, you're not going to get a different result until you change that. You have to change what you do.
In a quarter mile, make a right turn.
All right, we'll talk later as soon as I get this all situated. We'll get a little breakdown of what I done. Yeah, so this is something else I want to talk about. So the other night I was just kind of flipping through YouTube, checking out different channels and stuff. And man, I was just completely mind blown at the amount of views that some of these channels were getting that had to do with like making money fast, right? It's like this shit about like copying and pasting. Basically, you're I don't know, I saw one that looked like people were actually taking other YouTube channels and they were getting paid off of other people's shorts, the short videos and stuff. And it just kind of like reiterated the fact that instead of, working inside the scope of what you already do, right? So there's an old adage, and let me explain this to you if you never heard this. And it's actually it's biblical if you look at it in that sense. But it's, if you can't do well with $1, I'm not going to give you more. Like if you can't do well with what you're doing, you're not going to be given more. And I mean, there's so many different sayings that go along with this. With like a certain amount of power and privilege comes responsibility. And you have the responsibility to yourself. If you can't manage money, and one of the biggest reasons, and I used to read a lot, and I mean I'm talking like a lot, like 5 to 7 books a week. It was just something I've done for many, many years. I kind of backed off, maybe just a couple a week, but nothing huge like what I used to do. And I remember reading this one book one time about this guy, and he was talking about how, when he was growing up, and I grew up in a farming family, so I understood it. It was like you reap what you sow. You put in, and you put in the hard work, you put in the effort, you educate yourself, you manage your finances, you prepare for later on, and that it'll come back to you. And I've always been very, smart with my money ever since I was a kid. I used to watch my dad spend big money on things, but it was like he never spent money on things that didn't like have value. And I'm talking about like value over time. Like he spent money on equipment and things that were going to make him money. We didn't never really waste money on clothes and frugal shit that that what people want to live this glamorous life. And back to what I was saying about these YouTube channels, it's like, I'm making $20,000 a month. Okay, well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe there are people that are doing this shit. But I feel like the 99% of people, they have this hopes and dreams. But what are you going to do with that money? If you can't manage the $10 an hour, the $15 an hour, the $20 an hour that you're making now, you think a windfall of money is going to change that? That's why one of these books I was reading, it was talking about the average person that wins the lottery. First of all, they spend, over the course of the 20 years that they're playing the lottery, they've spent the money. Let's see what this is. Look at that. Shit-ass ratings. I got, I think like a 29% or 30% or something. $8 for 2.2 miles. I guess I'll accept that. It's a good thing I don't have really good ratings, but, well, if I had really good ratings, I would have gotten that would have been like a $2 order for 8 miles. But I guess what I was saying is if you can't manage, if you can't do good with what you have, don't expect to get more, and then all of a sudden you're going to change your habits and your ability to manage money. You're only going to be given what you can take care of. I mean, just plain and simple. If you can't manage what you have, don't expect to get more and then all of a sudden be able to manage it. So just think about that. We'll go ahead and
In a
wrap
quarter
up
mile, turn right.
this delivery. We'll head over to this McDonald's and then we'll see what we got to do afterwards.